Morning. Ooh, morning. Quick thing, just thinking. Make sure you living for you. I know it's been a little gap between these videos. It's been on my mind. I gotta keep fighting procrastination. Keep fighting slacking. Some people want to say slack booties. And some people don't use booty, they use the other word. But anyways, yeah. Make sure you live for you. And I want to make sure you understand that I'm not even talking about, so I am talking about, one part is others, but another part is fear. Don't live for fear. Don't live your life out of fear, and don't live your life trying to avoid pain because of fear. Yeah, and understand this, that the construct of fear is like a man-made perceptive being, I guess. I don't know how to say it. It's like a man-made construct. Let's just put that. Like, yeah, people say, "Oh, we trying to say, should I not fear a lion?" Yeah, I get what you're saying. You know, you go out there, but people have tamed the lions. People have survived thousands of years with all these things around us. So, like, I mean, yeah, thousands of years. So, like, why are we starting to fear all these, especially a lot of stuff we fear now? Like, people when you mention the word fear and stuff like that, people trying to go to the mainstream. But in your day-to-day life, do you care about a lion? Do you worry about a lion? Do you worry about an anaconda coming out of the tree and jumping on you and strangling you? Nah. So, I mean, I get those fears, but, like, what fears are you really actually operating out of? Like, truly, what fear are you actually operating out of? So, yeah. So live your life for yourself. That's what I'm talking to myself too. Like, live your life for yourself. Stop allowing so many good reasons stop you from being great. And I want you to catch that. Stop allowing so many good reasons stop you from being great. There's a lot of good things out there, and like, that can stop you from being the greatest person you can ever be. So, like, there's family members, there's, responsibilities, there's, like I said, loved ones, friends, supporting people, charities. All that stuff is good. It can be great in the right perspective, in the right situation. But are you living out your purpose? Like, are you too busy doing good things that you're not doing your greatest thing? And that's living out your purpose. And that's one thing I'm realizing. So, like, I enjoy spending time with family. I truly enjoy spending time with family. Truly do. But in the same sense, I can't spend so much time with family and friends that I am not fulfilling my purpose. So, yeah. So when good things tend to take over your great things, then they become a problem. And it's hard to turn around, because you're not saying no to, like, oh, I don't want to go over there and do some illegal stuff. That's an easy conversation. No, it's like, hey, I can't spend time with my family right now because I'm working on my purpose. I'm in line with my purpose. That goes into a whole nother conversation. What is your purpose? Are you writing it down? What do you want? And so that's a whole other piece. But, like, so no, you got to know your purpose first. You got to understand your purpose. Not even know your purpose. Know what you want to get done. Start mapping it out. What do you want in life? What do you want to be? Not be. No. That's vehicles. That question right there is messed up anyway. That's another way. What do you want to be with yourself? Is not the right. That's the right question, but the way they phrase it is in the vehicles of jobs. So let's be sure that when you want to be with your life, it's not a job. It's not. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be a lawyer. No. Bump that. I want to be Justin. I want to be the best version of Justin I can be. And so to live my purpose out. So my purpose is to provide opportunities to allow other people to see something that they would never see in their life. And that's very generalistic, but it's like, hey, all right, so let's start whittling that down and figuring out how we can get there. What resources do you need to help provide opportunities to people that they would never see? And who are your targeted people? Who are you trying to help? How are you trying to help them? And what do you need to help them? Boom. All right. So if your purpose is, I want to save lives, and like, all right, I want to be a doctor. I want to save lives. I want to be an EMT. I want to save lives. I want to be a police officer. Hey, let's go with that. But you can find your purpose, and you can find multiple vehicles to suit your needs. So we start with the wrong question from the get-go as a little kid. What do you want to be with your life in a sense of job and vehicle? The vehicle is that. It gets you to the destination. It ain't the destination. But I digress. That's literally 3 videos in one right here. So we can definitely grow off of that. But live your life for yourself. Live your life for yourself is what I'm getting out of this. So you have a job, you have family, you have friends, you have colleagues and all that stuff, and yes, you want to help support them. But let's back up for a second and find out what you truly want, what you truly need, what your purpose is, what your God-given gifts are, right? And then let's figure out from there what you need to get done, and then fill in other stuff. I realize I've been living the opposite way. I've been filling in everything else. My defaults, if someone would say that, I would say that. I used to say that. My defaults, like, all right, these are my defaults. Job, family time, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, no. We need to figure out what I want to do and what I'm called to do. What is my purpose in life? Put that as plan A, and then fill everything else around it. And people say, "Oh, you see, you're trying to say, you can manipulate your job that way. You can not pay attention to your family." No. Those are important factors in my life too. So I still got to understand my responsibilities and still uphold my responsibilities. I ain't slacking off on my responsibilities by no means. But you got to keep the main thing, because I know that if I continue to keep my focus, my purpose, the main thing, my family will flourish, because my focus is to give more time back to my family. Now, if your focus is only to get money, then you got a problem. So you got to check your motives on that. So my focus is to give time and resources to my family to enjoy life at a more fulfilling rate, and also give time and resources to others. So what is your focus? What is your goal? What is your gift? Like, if your gift is going to pull you away from your loved ones and all that stuff, you got to be careful, because then that's becoming your God. The only person supposed to pull you from your family and loved ones is God. I mean, listen, hey, I'm just gonna say I'm Christian. Bum that. For all those who aren't Christians right now, maybe not, you might not feel what I'm feeling, but it's cool. It's whatever. But yeah, the only thing supposed to pull you from your family and friends and your loved ones is God. So if you got a job, if you got a whatever, I don't know what to say. You got a job, you got something else that's pulling you away from your family and all that stuff. That's your new God. Think about that. That's your new God, because you're putting that above everything else, and that's not how it's supposed to be. It's a vehicle. Understand that. You ain't got to worship no vehicle. Some people do, but you ain't got to worship no vehicle. Like, man, nah. Anyways, I'm sidetracking on that one. Hey, live your life for you in the sense of fulfilling your purpose, trusting in God, and serving people. I'm not on that selfish tip. I'm not on that whole forget everybody, just do me. That's not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, you got to get to it because you only have one life to live. So make sure you keep the main thing. And I know it's all over the place, so I'm gonna pull back and get some structure to it real quick. Real live practical structure. All right, so I have a planner. In my planner, my first things I need to write are not my to-dos for the week for job and family. My first things I need to write are my goals for the week for my purpose. All right, so I have a business that I am growing. What goals do I need to have this week for that business? Because that business leads into the whole plan for the purpose. So what do I need to do for that? All right, so these are the 3 things I need to get done. So don't do nothing crazy. Do something, be practical about it. Don't try and say I'm gonna spend 20 hours on the business if you're married and got kids and got a job. Now, if you're in a school, you go to school, all that stuff, you got more time. You got 20 hours or so. If you're single, you got more time because you don't have to worry about the little kids and stuff like that. So be honest with yourself with your time, and be honest with yourself with your constraints because you need sleep. Don't let nobody lie to you and say that you're supposed to be running off for 3 hours every day. No, that ain't gonna happen. But you need sleep, so understand that. So practical steps for me. I work Monday through Thursday, and I'm off on Fridays. And so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday I need a plan for the week. So I legitimately have about 15 hours, I would say, each week to drive, to push. So in those 15 hours, and to do stuff. So in those 15 hours, I need to make sure that I'm focusing on purpose first and then other things. So 3 things to get done each week inside those 15 hours. It might get 15 to 20 hours, depending on what we're looking at. If we can finagle some stuff on Saturday, I can push maybe 25 hours. So we say, let's just say we're going to pretty much average out 15 hours each week. People might say, oh, that's not a lot of hours. But if you consistently use all those 15 hours to the best of your ability, then where will you be at the end of the year? Boom. All right. So that's what I'm saying. 15 hours. Use those 15 hours and then craft everything else around that. Say I want to contribute 15 hours to the business, and then you go do it. Just that simple. I don't know what this car is doing. But yeah. So, and then you start filling in all the stuff around those 15 hours. And like, people say, oh, you got to kind of know your work schedule and all that stuff. Yeah, you're right. But if you commit yourself to those 15 hours, you find those 15 hours, and then you start maneuvering things around your work schedule and all that. Like, you maneuver your work schedule around those 15 hours. You maneuver your family time around those 15 hours and say, hey, I got to get these 15 hours. Not, let me find a way to plug in. Like, if you don't start with that 15 hours in your head, and maybe it's 15 hours is too much or it's too less, you realize. But you start with something. Start with say, hey, all right, these 15 hours, I'm going to put them in, and we're going to find out how to give me those 15 hours. No matter what. And then you plug in all your stuff around it, and you realize, okay, I can only actually do 10. Don't lie to yourself now. Don't try to put more work on yourself. Or I can do 20. Hey, all right, but put that 15 hours first, because what you start with, if you start with job, family, friends, going out, you do all that, and then your week's full up. You're like, oh man, I can't fit these 15 hours in, or I can't fit these 10 hours in. I can only fit 2. No. When you actually can, if you realize you put more fluff in than you needed to. So if you start with the mindset of your purpose and putting the 15 hours towards your purpose, then you start like, well, I really don't need to do this. I really can push this to, once you put the 15 hours for your purpose, then you start looking at your business. Then you start looking at your job. Then you start looking at your family. You say, well, I really don't need to do this week for the job. I can put that to next week. And it's not procrastination, it's planning now. Because you're preparing to do stuff strategically. So like, then you start prioritizing things, knowing that your number one priority is your purpose. So, yeah. Hopefully that helps. If it didn't, talk to me. Tell me if it didn't or did not. I'm gonna keep chewing on this too. But hey, make sure you're living for yourself. Right? No, not living for yourself. Make sure you're not forgetting yourself. Make sure let me correct that. That's a better way to understand it. Make sure you're not forgetting yourself and your purpose. Not living for yourself, because you have family members and stuff that you will live for, you will do things for, that will motivate you. But make sure you don't forget yourself in that process. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget your purpose. Don't forget how your purpose is going to help the people who you're living for. Don't forget how your purpose is going to give them a better life, give them more access, give them more access to you, give them more access to the world, give them more access to God. Like, hey, through that faith you have of pushing for your first purpose, it's gonna trickle down to your kids, to your wife, to your husband, to your spouse, whoever, to your family members, to your siblings, to your cousins. Yes, that's it. Don't forget you. And hey, make sure you do this right here. Commit daily to the growth. Commit daily to the grind. Commit daily to the love. Commit daily to God. Commit daily to mental and emotional maturity. Just commit on a daily basis to greatness. And I always love others, and most importantly, love yourself. Peace.